this sponsored Saturday. It's Thursday, isn't it? We're switching Thursday and Saturday this week. This sponsored Thursday is brought to you by Helix. You can go to helixsleep.com/GB and get an exclusive code for up to $200 off your Helix mattress. I just want to give Helix a huge thank you. This is the first time that they're sponsoring this channel, and they seriously went above and beyond. This video is indeed sponsored by the one and only Helix mattress. Hi, I'm Gibi from the future, and today I figured it would be fun to show you a couple of clips from the last almost 3 years that we have had our Helix mattress. Helix doesn't offer just one mattress. They offer multiple different types of mattresses designed for every type of sleeper, whether you sleep on your side or your back or your stomach like I do. Everybody's different, and Helix knows that, so they made a sleep quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete. Ben and I took the quiz together, and we got the Helix Midnight Lux. We have a dog, I'm sure you know. She's been in every Helix thing that I've done since we've gotten her. She's obsessed with the bed as well. They are made in the USA. It ships to your door for free, rolled up in a box for safe contactless delivery. Helix mattresses come with a 100-night sleep trial, and if you don't like it, they'll come pick it up from you.
No questions asked and no charge.
We set it up, and I fell asleep. I typically fall asleep to some ASMR and don't wake up until the morning. All of my guests, I always ask them how comfortable the bed is, and they love it too. Thank you so much, Helix, for sponsoring today's video. Please check them out and go to helixsleep.com/GB to get up to $200 off your mattress. Thank you so much, Helix, and enjoy the video. Hello, everybody. It's GB. It's super late at night and it's raining outside. And I still wanted to film another video, so I actually had to stop filming the video that I was doing in the normal film room because it started raining, and I was trying to get like very quiet, specific was this Instagram by Sarah Jane Case. And Sarah Jane Case made the Enneagram and Coffee podcast, as well as these sort of bingo type cards that have different traits of the different personality types. So I really want to go through those bingo cards instead. We'll play bingo and see how many we get, because we're kind of working backwards here. It's like how many ones, how many traits from the one category do I have, and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. So I thought that might be more fun and kind of easier for you guys to play along with, rather than just the personality test. So let's get started. Alright, I have it loaded up. It took me a second, but we figured it out. There we go. Okay, so I figure we'll just go through the types and see what I check, and we'll have to note how many we checked, and the one who has the most checks is clearly my Enneagram type. But feel free to play along, follow along, whatever you would like to do. Why did you load the dishwasher like that? Right off the bat. Boom. That is me. I do that a lot. Is this good? Do you want it to go right in the middle? I'll make it small. Maybe bottom left. Once I decide something, then we're gonna have to do it for the rest of the thing, so I guess we'll just do a little bottom left moment, or maybe you can't see that. Maybe we make it transparent. Yeah. Okay. That one's fine. Why did you load the dishwasher like that? Yes, that is very my personality. It is absolutely from a place of judgment, as well as a place of seeking understanding. I would like to know, Ben, what compelled you to think that that was the best way, and now we have to rewash a bunch of dishes because they're like flipped over and stuff, or stacked too close together, and there's food all over them. And sometimes I get very mad when people don't use common sense or waste time. When they waste time, I think that's what is the root of my frustration, is you can do it right the first time, and then we wouldn't have to worry about that. But I do actually ask because I am curious what the thought process is, because it helps me understand truly. But that's very much me. Getting off to a great start. Good. We're gonna learn a lot about Gibi today. Organizing for fun, I would go ahead and say yes, when it suits my brain. If I am in the mood to organize, there's nothing that's gonna stop me. Not a thing will stop me, and it is so great. It's so great, and I do really love doing it. If I have the time, I'm a happy person. It's almost ready, just not quite right yet. That's not really me. I tend to like plow through the finish of things. It's usually getting started that is harder, and like the middle part, we're like, oh my gosh, we're like in it, and we can't like back out now, but there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. I'm not quite a perfectionist. I know what I want, and when it gets to a standard that I'm happy with, sometimes the standard is perfection, and sometimes the standard is much more lax, but I don't really do this. I could really be better at ... Very much. I love going all in on whatever I'm doing. not sure if that's what they mean. It sounds judgmental to me, and I don't feel judgy in that way. Next one is efficient AF. No. I am incredibly inefficient, I think. If you want efficient, that's Mr. Benjamin. I will do things how I want to do them. Absolutely how I want to do them. And sometimes my desire is to get it done efficiently and quickly. But a lot of the times, I will take the kind of like the scenic route, if you know what I mean. Thinks accomplishing things is rest. I don't think it's rest. I just don't rest, okay? I don't think it's rest. I just don't rest. Lists everywhere. This is so funny. This type 1 so far is me as an adult, me as a teenager, or a younger kid. Not at all. These are all adult quality GB things, like about sophomore year of college. These all started to really butt up. Day planners. Only because I have to. I don't really. I'm gonna go ahead with no. Like, I very much follow a to-do list, a plan, etc. for the most part, but again, not efficient. I kind of like snake around things as I see fit. Why wouldn't you just follow the rules? No, absolutely not. That is not me in the slightest. I can definitely think of some times where I might be like that. Like if someone were... Okay. It's more for like very obvious things. Like if someone's throwing a stink about something. Like the thing that's popping into my head is like if I were in a competition and I won the competition and another person who was in that competition didn't win and didn't follow the rules and then started like complain about how they didn't win, I would be like, why don't you just follow the rules? You know, that's
conversations with strangers in public a lot. Like if I think I'm like judging someone for being a bad person, like for example, I went to a show, like a theater show, and someone was screaming at the bartender because they didn't have like a water cup to give her because it wasn't a wet bar. Like they didn't have flowing water to give her. So they're like, you can buy a water bottle for $3, but like that's all we have. And she was screaming, carrying on about how it was like illegal to like not give her free water, which I think is a myth. Like I did look it up later because I'm like, I need to know the facts. I could not find a single thing about how it was in Chicago. It was awful, but I helped. Finishes 1,000 projects for other people before starting their own. Nope. Store manager, no. Yes. I'm getting way better. Oh, I'm getting way better. But I'll give myself a check for the yes, because it is a problem. It's like it is a true problem that I am trying to stop myself from. It's just like, it's not like yes as in people pleasing. I think so far this is super people pleasing, which is not me, because I am more self-interest serving. I know that sounds very negative connotation, but it's more that I have a lot of like personal hobbies and passions and interests, and so for me, like, those do come first in my mind. Like, I want to do what I want to do, like I want to do what I'm interested in, and so when I say yes to things all the time, it's because I think it sounds cool, and I'm like, oh my god, that would be cool, or that would be beneficial, or that would be interesting, or I've never done that before, and it's like that kind of thing intrigues me into saying yes all the time, even though I don't have enough time to say yes to more things, because I need to like be around for other people in my life. Like, if I took on all the projects, like, Ben would never see me again. You know? So that's why I say yes, but this seems like it's more people pleasing. Remembering the tiny things people tell you about themselves. My memory is terrifying. It's bad, it's good, and it's bad. I actually am kind of concerned about my memory sometimes. Like, I don't remember that things happen or who it happened with, and I'm not sure what I can do to make it better. I'm trying to practice more mindfulness, but I am so scared I always forget things. Like, a lot of stuff just like blends together in my head, and I can't recall stuff. So actually, I've been trying to journal every day just to like write down what happened, so like I have proof that it happened. Because I swear to God, there are like some big events that happen in my life that I'm like, I don't remember that. So I'm terrified that I am always forgetting these things, or like the thing that I'm remembering is incorrect. I'm like, they told me that, but I can't remember. Like, but you know what I'll do is I'll ask my friend, or like River or something. I'll be like, did you ever watch this show? And they'll be like, I watched it with you. And I'm like, cool. I'm terrible. My memory is so scary. Taking care of the dishes. Like, yeah, like a normal person. Ben and I do not leave dishes in the sink. Like, once you use your dish, you rinse it off and put it in the dishwasher. Like, there's never a stack. He does cook dinner a lot, and he is a clean as you go type guy, because like I said, efficiency. If you want efficiency, that's Ben. So it's not even like, oh, you cook all clean. He's like, cleaning's already done. Boom, bam. I'm like, go Ben. Having people over for dinner. I mean, yeah. I haven't in a while. I enjoy it. I can't say that I do it. You know what? I don't do it. I can't give myself a check. Cooking and cleaning are literal joys. I don't think I'm a type 2. I think that I cheated on this one. Always giving better gifts than you receive. Oh, well, that's kind of... I love giving gifts, and I love thinking about good gifts. But I think that all the gifts I receive are so great. I love seeing what people will get me. Like, what they see and think of me, or think that I'll enjoy. I love it. So, I don't know. I don't think that's a check. I shouldn't have to tell you to do that. Me. I say this to Ben a lot. For various things. Like things that I've said like 7,000 million bajillion times, or things that I really shouldn't have had to say once, and I've said that 7,000 times. It's fine. life stories of strangers. I mean, it happens to me, but I don't like seek it out. Bless their heart. No, can literally read minds. No. Honestly, I don't need anything wrong. I always feel like I need something. Ben asks me that a lot. Do you need anything? Because he gets up and walks around a lot, and I like to sit at my desk and like do work for like a long time, but Ben likes to get up. So every time he gets up, he says, do you need anything? And a lot of the times I do need things. So I say this all the time because Ben asks me so often. My needs are filled, you know. But how many texts are too many texts to send in a row? I do this a lot. I hate when I do that too because I don't want to overwhelm the person, but I think of a bunch of things at once and I just want to say all of it at once. Definitely being taken for granted somewhere. No, I don't think so. All I need is a thank you. Okay, yes, because I don't know how they're really phrasing it here, but true. I very, very, very much value the thank you. I think it's really nice. Like, it genuinely makes me feel happy. Like if I were to just, and I don't know if they mean this, because it's like, if I did something for someone, I don't need anything more than a thank you. And on the other, I guess on the other hand, sometimes I will do things for people, and when they don't say thank you, it's kind of like, oh, not even a thank you. Like, that's really all I need. All I need is that. So yeah, for sure. Dessert, candy. I like candy. I don't really. No, that's really it. 1, 2, 3, 4. But like, if you go out to dinner, I kind of forget that dessert's a thing. All right. So I don't think we're type 2. These are the people pleasers. They love cooking and cleaning, and nah, not me. All right, type 3. What do you got for us? This video is accidentally gonna be so long. I am so sorry to my editor and Steven, who's doing the subtitles. I'm so sorry. Enneagram bingo, type 3. I've got this. I definitely get overwhelmed. And I'm like, how on earth? But I never doubt that it's not gonna get done, I guess. For some reason, like, I just get it done. And, you know, die a little bit in the process. Great at first impressions. I don't know. I am not sure. I hope so. I think sometimes I am very surprised at people's positive first impression of me. Like, I think I'm being not my best self, but people like, no, you were great, like, like, I was like, I was so shy. Like, no, you weren't shy, like, you were fun. I don't know how to explain it, but I get very nervous meeting people. I don't know if I'm great at first impressions. I have no idea. Magical abilities to read this system on Discord. You can set your status like green, yellow, or red. And I have to set my status on Discord so that Ben knows when I'm like in the zone. And I think I'm sure a lot of people with ADHD can relate, is when I am in something, I'm in it deep. And if you interrupt me, I am in pain. I am so pained. So, yeah, it very much don't speak to me while I'm working, because it's so hard for me to focus, and like when I'm in that focus, like I'm there. Please don't take me out of it, kind of thing. So, yeah. So the red means like do not enter. You can message me anytime. It's not like that deep. But like it's basically like don't expect an answer. Yellow is, message me first. I'm kind of doing something right now, so unless it's like really important, I'd rather you not come in and bother me. And then green is like I'm just up here, like I'm just chilling, vibing, not really working. But it's been very helpful because I have been so behind on work and trying to get things done that not being interrupted has helped me a lot. What do you mean take weekends off? Oh no, they got me. I think three's got me. Guys. Oh, this is just a weirdo workaholic. Oh my god. Imposter syndrome. Sometimes. Y'all, I did not really feel imposter syndrome. And then a couple of times it's like hit me really hard. It's like in specific situations, or very much feeling like I have to put out my best to deserve it. Like if I don't put out my best and people are still like happy with that, I'm like, no. Is that imposter syndrome? Well, it's kind of like a baby check mark, you know what I mean? We'll leave it blank for now. Goal setting. Not really. I don't tend to make specific, fully formed goals. They're always more vague, like a general, I want to get better at, or, so I'm not really goals. But I have a lot of goals and desires. But I don't pick something and like work towards that. It's too specific for me to think of. Teacher's pet, yes. Or teacher's devil nightmare. I was always kind of one of the two. If I respect the teacher, there were a lot of teachers that I did not get along with. And that was well known between me and the teacher, kind of thing. But they always started it. Okay. However, if there is a teacher that I really love and respect, and teachers, bad. And especially in my adulthood, like if we took like a dog training class or whatever, I'm very involved. If I want to be there in the class, I'm so involved. I will raise my is the vibe. Number 3. Let's go to number 4. Alright, number 4, what do you have for us? Did you see that beautiful tree? No. Oh, okay. So it's that kind of person. That kind of person. I love these people. They're cute. Classical music. Man, I like lo-fi hip-hop. Classical music can be a little grating. Like, it's not gentle and calm. Murakami. Haruki Murakami is a Japanese writer. I'm so sorry, I don't know. I don't read. Oh, the flower. I mean, I don't know. I recognize the flower, but I don't know what it means. I'm uncultured. I'm a Scorpio, like that kind of thing. I'm an INFP. No, not me. I don't really do that. Hates beer one imports. Why is this so personal? This is so specifically personal. Who is this person? Fairly certain that you're going to die young. Oh my. Oh my. I try not to think about it. Do people, like, I think people do. I've talked to some people who are like, yeah, you know, it's fine, we're not gonna talk about it. Looking out the window and crying. No. I don't cry that much. Like, TikToks will get me. You know, like a sad video will get me. But I don't, like, cry in general. Things I cry most to are, like, a random TikTok or video that is, like, super gets me. Anything. Oh my gosh, if I ever had to cry for a movie, it would be any video that it's like, oh my gosh, it's dogs. Dogs get me. It was like someone's dog's last day, and they, like, they make them have the best day ever. Oh my god. That would get me to cry faster than I think pretty much anything. Because some things are like so, and you're like, well, Gibi, there's a lot sadder things than that. Yeah. But sometimes, like, those sadder things, like, if you can think of sadder things than that, they're probably, like, very traumatizing, and so sometimes that kind of, like, blocks the tear ducts. If something is so horrific and, like, dogs dying is just, like, a very sad reality, inevitability of, like, their lifespan versus ours, blah, 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 blah. They're so innocent. Whatever. We know. But if they're, like, horrible things, sometimes it doesn't really make me cry. It just, like, it just, like, disturb you to your core. It's hard for me to express that emotion outward if something goes beyond that line. You know what I mean? So it's either that or I'm stressed. Pretending like your life is a movie. No. I never, like, think about doing it. It is a nice way to, like, romanticize your day. But not really. Black sheep. Nah. More like people always pointed out that I was very, like, loud and weird in a good way, I guess. Like, I'm like, okay, what do you mean in a good way? I feel like a black sheep is more like, they're very different and unique, but they're, like, on the loner side. Where I was never, like, on the loner. Like, they feel like they don't fit in. It's like, I can recognize my differences, but I don't think that I was ever, like, black. it's so unique, you know? Nothing's worse than when you take a personality test and you get the most common one, right? Like, wow, you're such a normie. God. But that's been done before, get over yourself. Gets into archery, buys all the supplies, never does archery. I would do it once or twice, okay? Stop. Kind of likes going through breakups. Bro, why is that me? Okay. It's reading me a little bit. Maybe it's because I had terrible past exes. Ben and I never ever broke up. Like, once we got together, we were together. I've had like a couple of like other partners where it's like we break up, then get back together, break up, you know, kind of thing. I think I kind of liked going through breakups because of like the, you know, they weren't very good relationships. And so I very much was looking forward to relieving myself of the responsibility of dealing with their not so fine selves. But in general, you know, like, relationships are responsibility and time and effort, you know, so especially if I think I was feeling like overwhelmed and stressed, you know, a breakup sometimes can feel very freeing. That's probably why I've never been like super heartbroken over a breakup. I'm like, alright, more time for me. Come here. Go away. Don't leave. Nah, I'm not that dramatic. Crying while telling a story. No. Maybe I'll just never be a blank, blank, blank. No. Romanticizing tradition. No. Okay. Type 4. Only 3 of those. So that's, so far that's the least common. And I don't know if that one even counts, but alright. Number 5. Alright. Did you know that? Yeah. I love whipping out the fun facts. Oh, there's nothing better than whipping out a fun fact, am I right, kids? And once I think of it, I can't not say it out loud. A room in your house that's just for you. Okay. Only books for presents, please. No. If you buy me a book, I probably won't read it because I already have so many books that I want to read and I have no time for them. So. But I do love getting books as presents, so that's kind of unfair for me to say. Because again, I want to see like what you think of me. I do love art books. sometimes it really depends. Because, like, my happiest place, one of my, like, very happy places is the idea of, you know, everyone else is, like, off doing something fun or busy and, like, and there's no pressure for me whatsoever to do anything except for what I want to do in the moment. And when I'm alone, I can sing. I don't know why I get embarrassed to sing while Ben is home. like anxiety. Amazing in a crisis. I don't know. I'd like to be amazing in a crisis, but I don't think amazing. I think like better than average, but that's about it. Not knowing what to order for lunch. I mean, yeah. I hate thinking about food. It is the most annoying part of my day. If it could just be decided for me, that would be amazing. Thank you. Rom-coms. Rom-coms are okay. They're fine. Not so much recently. Like, I used to really like watching, was like when I was more bored as like a teenager, but not anymore. Themed parties. Oh my god, yes, yes. I could give this one a 3. I love a theme. I'm obsessed with theme parties. My birthday party was ancient drinking games themed. A little bit, a lot of Greek mythology, and then like some other ancient drinking games. For River, we threw a Las Vegas themed party. For one of my other family members, we threw a Mean Girls party. Yeah, I love a good theme party. Shares clothes with friends. I mean, yes, just not most jokes when comforting someone? No, I mostly read the room. I try to like figure out what they need. If they need jokes, I'll do jokes. But otherwise, no. I like to be quite genuine, like serious, and it's not that like joking. You can use comedy, of course, like humor to lighten things, but I won't I won't go to that initially. Plays the game. How many things can I get done in 5 minutes? No. I play the game. You have procrastinated this for 6 months, and it's only going to take you 5 minutes, so you have to do it in the next 5 minutes. I swear to God. Optimistic AF. This person is so cool, but no. I don't think I'm optimistic or pessimistic. I have anxiety, so it's like I do a lot of worrying, planning, thinking, catastrophizing. Is that catastrophe? I don't know what the verb form is, but yeah. But I'm not like a negative Nancy. I'm not like it's gonna be horrible, like da 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 da. So I'm somewhere in the middle. Come on, let's just do it. Sometimes. Depends what it is. It really depends what it is. Resents expectations. I mean, yes. Loves everyone, wants no one. Already working on new thing before last thing is finished. Yeah, but I do finish the last thing. I just have to overlap a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is an interesting one. I want to meet someone who's like full type 7. Okay, let's do 8. Gotten into a fight with a stranger. Yeah, obviously. Not like but you know, I'm not that afraid of confrontation. If I don't feel like unsafe, why would that hurt your feelings? No, I don't think not in the way that they mean it here. I can smell your weakness. I do like the self-analyzing weakness. I can smell your weakness. What do they even mean by that? Like that sounds very aggressive. It's like I think I can identify people's weaknesses in the way that I can also identify their strengths and who they are. I'm giving myself a check for it. I think it's funny. Yeah. Trust your gut. No, because I have anxiety. I am always telling my gut to shut up. Get out of the way. I got this. No, not necessarily. I will absolutely look to the most suitable person in the room and be like, you are the most suited for this task. You do it. Keeps going until the project is complete. So more recently my adulthood, yes. When I was a teenager, again, when I was younger, no, I would drop a lot of projects, but I definitely finish projects now. What are you trying to get out of this? No. Don't go to sleep angry. Ben and I do not go to sleep angry, but we don't fight that much. You know what I mean? I've had relationships in the past where there's just so much arguing and fighting and issues and blah 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 blah. Ben and I very much will talk through things. Very, very, very much will talk through things while the issue is occurring, so there's fix this and what their job is. We could do that. Or we could do what I want instead. Oh, I'm such a brat. This is me. Oh, that's me. I'm horrible. I'm such a brat. Such a brat. I usually am the one proposing the thing, though. Most people that I'm quite close with are they either we're on the same page and we're gonna want to do the same thing, or they like going with the flow and appreciate the fact that I have very specific passions and things I want to do, and they are like, hell yeah, bring me along for the ride, because I don't know what I want to do, and you typically entertain me, so I'll follow. So that's kind of the vibe. Top-notch bull detector. Not really top-notch, just like average. I give 0 hex what you think of me. No. Again, more like average. You can't treat people like that. Sense of justice moment coming in. Yeah. That definitely bothers me. They're wrong. Yeah, also me. Also me. That also bothers me. Again, if they just say falsities and they can't back it up and their proof is trash, they're wrong. It's so upsetting. All-nighters. God, no. Like, yeah, but no. Go to sleep. No. Not really. Give that to me. I'll take care of it. Not really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is like a badass hardcore. There we go. Alright. And then the last one is 9. Are we ready? This was an interesting one. I don't know if we would get along. We'd probably be too similar in some ways. Okay, waiting to speak until asked a direct question. Okay, I already can tell this type is not me. Never. I can't not talk. Or I can't not contribute to the conversation. Like, it's very hard for me. Not really an introvert, but kind of. Okay, yeah. Not really an introvert, but kind of. Secretly meeting people's needs and never getting credit. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I think so. I do think so. This one seems like it's coming out of left field, but I swear. I wouldn't say always. I'm giving myself a check. Always knowing whose turn it is to speak. I know whose turn it is to speak. I am very conscious of that. I hope that my family members aren't laughing at me when I put a check mark here, but again, this is something I've gotten much better with as I've learned to navigate my overwhelming personality at times, which is being careful not to interrupt, or if the interruption does happen, making sure to say, I'm so sorry, you were saying, kind of thing, or if somebody interrupts someone else after the interrupter says their piece, you turn back to the other person and be like, you were saying da 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 da. I think I'm quite good at that. It is very hard for me sometimes to wait for someone to be done, but I know it's hard for me, so always like working on something that should be being worked on. It's not that I put things off specifically. I wish I had the time and energy to do all of it. But I do think I procrastinated a lot when I was younger. It's because it's doing things that I don't want to do. You can see me falling asleep, by the way. This is me procrastinating going to bed. It's like a baby check here. Just tell me step by step how to do it. Oh gosh, that's a hard one because, yeah, I love a good tutorial. Am I great at following the directions? No, but I love a good tutorial. Pizza. Who says quirky? What is going? Naps? No. No, I like pizza. Like, okay, but not a check mark. Naps? Absolutely not. Have you thought about their perspective? Disruptive. That's usually what I say when I'm trying to let someone down easy that like I care about and I think they're wrong. You know? And I do that a lot. Figuring out why someone is doing or acting the way they are. I don't want to offend anyone. Yes, this is more me than I think some people think. I truly don't want to offend anyone. I'm not the like, oh, who cares, like da 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 da. Like, it bothers me if I offend someone that I care about or that I know. I think that is me. I'm not I am exuberant and all over the place and goofy for sure, but there is definitely a big side of me that is subdued, you know, quietly stubborn. No, not really. Tells an incredible joke. No one hears. No, everybody hears. I'm very loud. Is that selfish of me? Yeah, because I do think that I act too selfishly at times, so I'm acutely aware of that. That sounds too stressful. But then I do it anyway, you know, so. Or like, that sounds stressful. Loves being home. I love being home. My God, I love being home so much. I'm gonna cry this goes by that, and etc., etc., etc. So there we have it, the final results. And we can do a little Googling moment. Type 3 Enneagram. Threes are self-assured, attractive, and charming. Ambitious, competent, and energetic. Wow, they are just flattering me. They can also be status conscious and highly driven for advancement. They are diplomatic and poised, but can also be overly concerned with their image and what people think of them. They typically have problems with workaholism. Oh, that's why we had a lot of workaholic tendencies in there, didn't we? And competitiveness. At their best, self-accepting, authentic. I think so. Everything they seem to be. Role models who inspire others. They're really gassing me up here. Basic fear of being worthless. True. Basic desire to feel valuable and worthwhile. That's why they're saying. I think that was the one with the oh my gosh, my brain is so tired. Imposter syndrome. Okay. Enneagram 3 with a 2 wing and with a 4 wing. What are the wings? What are the wings in Enneagram? Your Enneagram wings are the numbers on each side. 4s have 3 and 5 as wings. Okay. Okay, type 2 and type 4 were literally both of my least common. These are my wings, and they're all the way down there. These are my wings, bro. Then I would be more of a type 9. My wing would be 1 and 8 or something, right? Okay. Anyway. So 2 was a little bit more. That's the charmer. Key motivations wants to be affirmed, to distinguish themselves from others, to have attention. The theater kid in me is to be admired and to impress others. I always said that, like, what I wanted to do in life was to entertain people. So, it adds up. Okay. Alright. Anne Hathaway is a 3. Let's go, baby. We have named the personality type 3 the Achiever, because when they are healthy, 3s really can and do achieve great things in the world. Oh my. This is giving me imposter syndrome. Oh my. So you can have levels. So a level 1 is at their best. So that's what I was saying. The self-accepting, authentic, everything. They seem to be modest, charitable, self-deprecatory, humor, and a fullness of heart emerge, gentle and benevolent. But you can go down, down, down. So like average, highly concerned with their performance, doing their job well, constantly driving self to achieve goals as if self-worth depends on it, terrified of failure, compare self with others in search for status and success, become careerists, social climbers, invested in exclusivity and being the best. Unhealthy levels. We'll go all the way to level 9. The most unhealthy 3 would be becoming vindictive, attempting to ruin others' happiness, relentless, obsessive about destroying whatever reminds them of their own this is